Hey everyone, in this episode I'm going to be covering Chrome Custom Tabs. This is a service that was introduced by the Chrome team just last month. I'm not going to really sell you on the technology because this blog post by the Chrome team does a pretty good job of it. It's pretty cool tech. It allows you to have a more performant and customizable WebView option that isn't strictly a WebView or the Chrome app itself. In short, what it allows for is UI customization such as toolbar colors, action buttons, custom menu items, and animations for entering and exiting. It gives you some navigation awareness because it delivers a callback when the user navigates externally. And it also has really cool performance optimizations by keeping the Chrome app running in the backgrounds and binding to that in your application so that you can deliver the URL and immediately see those performance gains. So we're just going to jump right into the code here, but this blog post will be at the end of the YouTube video in the description, and you can read more about this as you go forward. So we're going to start a new project here. So we're going to open up Android Studio and click Start a New Android Studio Project. And I'm going to call mine Chrome Custom Tabs, aptly named. And here we're going to target API 18. Chrome Custom Tabs is available for 16 and below, but there is some intent building issues. Actually, I think if we use their support library, it might overcome that, so let's give that a shot. So definitely the minimum is API 16, so let's target that, 4.1 Jelly Bean. We're just going to go for a blank activity here. And we'll keep the name main activity. Activity main is the layout. That's all fine. We're not going to be customizing the UI too much in this episode. So let's load up our new activity. So what you also need is you'll need your simulator or device to have Chrome beta, or at least have Chrome version 45. So one way to do that, especially now, while the production Chrome, the stable release is not 45, is to search for Chrome beta in the Play Store. You can just install it, there's no barriers there, and then you'll be good to go. So make sure you take care of that at some point. Once our application loads here, we're not going to be dealing with the API, with the application or the UI too much. So what we'll want to do first is we want to go into our Gradle. We'll go into our app module, and here we'll want to include, thankfully Google has a support library for Chrome Custom Tabs which provides an implementation for some of the intent differences across Android SDKs and some other helpful functions. So we're going to include that here. And the latest at this time is 23.1, and we're going to sync and get that included. So let's go back to our main activity here. And we'll have a fab on the main screen, and that's fine. We're just going to use that to launch a arbitrary URL in this episode. But let's set the click listener to this, which will have the interface on the activity itself. And I'll let Android Studio generate that implementation for me. Again, we're going to use the fab click to launch a URL. So now that we have the interface here for the onClick, let's start using the library for the custom tabs. So what we're going to need to do at the very basic is create an intent that is basically a view intent like you normally use for opening a URL in a browser. But this one is going to be intercepted by this new version of Chrome and do some of its magic to open up a manufactured view with the tab itself. So we can use the class that is now included from the custom tab support library here. We're going to include custom tabs intent. This is the intent that we're going to construct. And I have a builder interface here. Let's be our builder. And then we will take our builder, and all we're really concerned with here is for opening the URL. In the future episode, we're going to cover setting the toolbar color, some action buttons, animations, stuff like that, which thankfully is much easier due to the support library that is provided. But let's just get this URL open. So we're going to go here, and we are simply going to call build. This is going to give us a some tabs and tabs. Let's rename that intent. And then we are going to launch URL. And we're going to give it this, since it requires an activity context. And we need to manufacture the URL. So let's grab the URL from one of my favorite subreddits as an example, the Android Dev subreddit. And just plain old URL string, and we're going to create a URI as it expects. So we call parse, enter the string URL, and there we go. Let's just add some finals here as a good practice. Again, we're setting this. Now again, we wanted to launch the URL on the click of the fab. So let's move this code into that on-click handler. And now we should be good to go. So next, we're going to simply call run on the project. And I have my phone streaming its screen over here, and this already has Chrome Beta. So again, if you need Chrome Beta, definitely feel free to simply open the Play Store. And again, you can just search for a little delayed here, but Beta. And you can see it listed right there. So this is what you want to install, is Chrome Beta, and that will definitely be at least version 45 or greater, and have support for custom tabs. So once you have that, let's send this APK over to our device. Okay, so this layout is just straight from the boilerplate activity that they give you as part of the newest Android Studio. But again, on click of this fab, we're going to be sending this new intent for Chrome custom tabs with the Android development subreddit URL. So we'll click. And again, a user would be prompted with this as normal. Once it ships into Chrome, if they already have this as their choice, then Chrome will intercept that link and open the custom tab. But here, obviously, we have Chrome Beta, so we'll just click Always. And here's the custom tab. Now, as you can see, it's a little bit different. Again, we didn't manufacture any sort of toolbar or activity here. This is all part of Chrome. It kind of masquerades as part of your activity, and it loads the WebView here. And that's step one. So now you've successfully loaded up a URL on a Chrome custom tab. It's pretty neat. Again, it offers a lot of flexibility as far as toolbar color, animation, menu items, speed down the road. And the great thing is it does all this work for you. It manufactures this toolbar with URL, and it also handles the backstack straight back into your application by itself. So it's a pretty nifty thing, and as you see in future episodes, the customization and the performance really make it pay off. So that's pretty much it. If you're looking for the intro to their custom tabs that they introduced last month, they have a blog post, includes a video as well. So that'll be in this video's description. I'll also include a link to the GitHub repo that has a client implementation sample, and it has a lot of the code so you can see what's happening under the hood of the support library. And in future episodes, we're going to cover background color, actions, custom menu items, animations, and how to warm up Chrome and bind to the service to really make your app stand out in performance. And you can think of some use cases for this. For example, any sort of RSS readers, have a list of the items, and you click it, it opens the, instead of a web view, it'll open a custom tab, and you can have some sort of custom actions like saving it, sharing it, anything like that. It's really powerful stuff. So thanks, and again, if you like this and you're looking forward to more content, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one.